Early AM, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on Xlm and Future Dgb. Oh, gee, so we're crashing prices, guys. Bitcoin's crashing. Doge made that inexplicable rise up for no reason, just to come smack back down. I mean, you can see it. It was a nice little manipulated push. Try to get a few more people in before it came down to test bottom support. And I know people were FOMOing in. So it did that across the board. So that's why I said earlier, as tempting as it is, I'm not buying anything, because when the whales are selling and the way Bitcoin is, I feel like we have to go down to farther bottoms with the way this is going, or at least come back down and double bottom what we did yesterday. And now, you know, we're in an interesting predicament with Bitcoin. I still feel like we got to go down to that 47,000 level and then maybe a little bit further. As you can see in the 45, we've now done a clear through and came down past where we were at last night. So, and this actually, we'll see if it continues down, because if it does continue down, it's going to be a big problem. There's going to be a big drop tonight. So pay attention, because if this continues, I told you I feel like XRP's probably got to come down to 105. That would be your best bet to buy it. You had this catastrophe in there right before it started going up, so we don't know if it's going to come down. The only other thing it can do is, with this tight consolidation, is that it could come up like this, and that would get you to the 123. But like I've stated over and over and over with XRP, it can also come down there. So it's a very tight and narrow window, and I'm going to make this very easy for you guys tonight. The only levels you need to look at, this $5, and we're going to put the $10. Then we're going to put right here. No. We're going to put right here first, because the 116 you have to be over, otherwise you're bearish. So this is basically the way you're looking at, except 108 is the technical spot where it actually hit when it was coming up before. But 110, you guys know, that's a big resistance support level. Breaks through that, we're going to 105, and then after that it's $1. If it goes to the down direction. So it needs to hold the $10. If it doesn't hold the $10 for XRP, you know we're going down farther. And there's a lot of stuff going on in these patterns, so you have to watch very closely, because I have a feeling they're toying with people and they're going to try to liquidate people. That's why after I took my Doge profits, I was tempted tonight, as you guys know, with Theta, but I told myself you can't do it, because look at the fucking board with Bitcoin. And for example, I was tempted at Theta. And this is how crazy it is. At $6.86, I think I was talking to Ken, and I was just like, I don't know, with Bitcoin, it could go either way, though. That's the only thing that stopped me, is that Bitcoin, because this is coiled up, and I wouldn't mind dropping 40, 50 cents on this. It's been coiled up. It looks like, to me, and this is just what I go through, it looks like it's got to make a move up. You know, but with Bitcoin's manipulation, it could very well do this and then come down to here and get some more fucking support. That's the problem. Or at the very least, come back down where it was at just not too long ago and then go back up. And it can very easily be done with the way Bitcoin's manipulation is going. So just pay attention, be alert. XLM, like we were talking about earlier, I thought it was going to come up to 35. And, well, I mean, this is off the 2 break points. But earlier when we talked that it could come up. But we're talking on the 2 break points. The best case scenario we were talking about is if it went up 35.3, but then it comes down, we've got a, 33.8 or 32.9 we could potentially go to, and then 32.9 in the very short term. If this breaks down, Bitcoin looks like it might be pulling up a little bit, so that's a good sign for anybody who's in. You know, you obviously got to watch this very closely tonight. It's extremely nerve-wracking if you're in a position. I would not want to go to bed being in a position, just because you got something like this is also looming with Bitcoin. If this pulls through something like this, that would be a tremendous drop. If it ends up making that M in the pit, that's going to be a big drop. It's going to be a big bear. It's going to be a spicy meatball. Is it possible it just shoots up? Sure, anything's possible. I once saw Randy Johnson hit a bird from the pitching mound. Clear accident. You guys would have to know baseball from the 90s, I believe, or early 2000s. But, yeah, so that's basically what I'm looking at. It's a very tricky board. It's all going to depend on Bitcoin. The crypto market cap's just dicking around. But it also looks like they could be creating this pullback effect. I really believe they really could. I mean, how many more times can it come up to this level and fail? And then DGB. Let me delete all this so we can see what the fuck's going on. Same thing. DGB looks like it might come back down to this, like we were talking earlier, that it could possibly come down here and retouch where it just went down. What? When was this? The 26th. So then we came back around for a few days, and now it looks like it's going to come down and retap that at the very least. But then, in my opinion, these are the spots that it makes it very dangerous with DGB. You could have a sudden dump off all the way down to 5.8, and it doesn't seem like a lot, guys. But because of the price, let's just go from even right here. That's 5.5% just from there. So just be cautious tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's tempting with these prices and seeing everything in the red. Maybe you're looking for a reversal, but it's very dangerous. And if it goes up, it goes up. But it's very dangerous if you're not in a position. Stay blessed.